Hey guys, we are finally back and in business. I just gotta find Bruce so we can shoot this next video we're gonna do about a new trade paperback we're reading called Oblivion Song. But I cannot seem to find Bruce anywhere. Babe!
Yeah?
Baby, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm getting ready to go to the Oblivion. Why?
Why would you be going to the Oblivion?
I read the Oblivion song. I can save people. I can go there. I can save them.
That's Jack's backpack, baby.
It is? It's okay. It's what I need. Got my manuscript. I'm gonna go. Should we review the book first?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, let's do it.
What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau.
And I am Stephanie.
What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau.
And I am Stephanie.
And guys, we have not posted a video in just about a week. That's insane.
It's crazy.
That's totally bonkers. But guys,
It's a new record, but in a bad way.
yeah, it's not a good record we want to have. So guys, we are recording a new video for you guys. Are you guys excited?
I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
Glad to be back.
Well, I am so glad to be back. See, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore on camera. But guys, we are excited to review a new trade paperback for you guys.
Yeah.
It's our first for us. We have not reviewed any trade paperbacks on the channel, and we have one.
Unless you count that I hated Mr. Miracle and talked about that a bunch of times.
She did, but she's insane. We've talked about that as well for not liking Mr. Miracle. But guys, I actually won this trade paperback on Comic Jabroni's live. He does a live stream every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and this was before the whole pandemic hit and everyone had to start working from home. I think it was like actually the last Friday before that happened. So I'm pretty lucky to have won this. It's signed by himself on the inside.
The Comic Jabroni.
The Comic Jabroni. And we will be adding our names to this. And the exciting thing for you guys, we're going to be giving this away at the end of the video. What?
To who?
To who? I don't know. But guys, what is the book? What are we talking about? You're probably wondering. Well, if you read the title, you probably know. But guys, we will be reviewing Oblivion Song Volume 1, written by Robert Kirkman and drawn by
Lorenzo De Felici.
Lorenzo De
Felici.
See how beautiful that is. But yeah, this is an Image comic. Robert Kirkman and Stephanie. How about you start? How about you give them your thoughts?
All right, guys. First, we'll start off with this cover because I didn't even realize, and I don't even know if the camera will be able to pick it up, but there's kind of like an overlay of the Oblivion Song text. And I didn't realize it when I read the book, and it was just sitting here on this desk in front of us, and I thought I was having a stroke. I was like, oh my god, the boards are all moving and I can't see anything, and I'm like, it's happening, Bruce, it's finally happening! But it's not. It's just a really cool effect that they have on the cover. Bruce read this first. He read it last night. I was sitting next to him while I read it, and I didn't get much of a reaction from him, so I kind of thought he didn't like it but didn't want to tell me. So I read it today, and I guess I'm glad he didn't get much of a reaction. I think if he would have told me he thought it was really good, I might have had like really high expectations and then been disappointed if I didn't love it as much, but I actually really liked it a lot. I like the whole story. I like that they're like, well, I guess I should tell you a little bit about the story first. Are we giving spoilers?
Yeah, no, so we'll do a whole, this is no holds bar review. We're gonna spoil things. We're gonna talk about it front to back. And this does collect issues 1 through 6. There are 3 more volumes out there in the wild, I believe. There might be more. I'm not 100% sure. I just did a quick Amazon search and I saw 1 through 4. So this is volume 1 of the first 6 issues of Oblivion Song.
Yeah, I like that it was such a thick book. It was a good read. It didn't feel like it took forever, but it was a longer than usual comic book read. It starts off with a gentleman that you follow, Nathan Cole, I believe his name is, and he is hunting something. It looks like he finds these 2 people, he shoots them, and then like, they basically don't really explain what's going on until towards the end, but you kind of get bits and pieces that they're in this world where somehow they were able to travel, the whole city of Philadelphia was able to travel to this place called Oblivion that is filled with monsters and creepy things and no actual intelligent life, just death death and then more death.
Monster death!
And they somebody figures it out, I believe it is Nathan himself, who figures out that we're just on a different like plane, like in a different parallel universe, and there's a way to like bring us back by like resetting our brainwaves and sending you back, and then you're like in a normal place where aliens aren't trying to eat your face 24 hours a day. But yeah, it's a really cool story. It really is very well written. I feel like I say that a lot about comic books, but I'm sorry. It is. It's well written. It's a good story. It follows along nicely. You're not like, what's happening? I've read comic books where I'm like completely confused and I'm like just trying to fly through the pages because I'm like, it's gotta make sense eventually. Like this doesn't happen at all with this book, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I will append? What's the word? Append. I'm just gonna add on to. I'm gonna add on to what she said. So this is written by Robert Kirkman. Stephanie does not know who Robert Kirkman is.
That's not true. I feel like I've heard his name before.
She knows the name because she's watched a big TV show on AMC that he wrote the comic book.
Oh, you did tell
for.
me he writes The Walking Dead. I remember that
now. He's also written tons of other comic books. But this was another one. This is, I think I've only read like the first, 15, 16 issues of Walking Dead. I liked it. Didn't love it. This, to me, hits a little more at home. I really enjoyed this a lot more than I did Walking Dead. The art by Lorenzo is different. Again, I'll show this page again. The glare from this light, it's killing me. It's different. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. At least it was consistent front to back. Like I said, I've complained about other artists where one character looks like one thing on one panel and he looks completely different on another. That was not this book. The art was very consistent from front to back. Did a great job of illustrating the monsters. I thought the monsters were very creepy, very, like, I don't know.
My only complaint about the monsters is that they're kind of mishmashy, like they're melted together, a bunch of monsters. Not all of them are clear as to what is the landscape, what is a monster, what part of it is still the monster.
Trying to find a good monster. There's a good monster. Crazy looking monster.
Am I making it worse?
But yeah, it was a well-paced book. It took enough time with each character. Does revolve mainly around Nathan, but when we get those other secondary characters, it gives you enough time and enough page time to tell their little story, tell why they are there to support Nathan, or why they are, trying to oppose Nathan.
I don't like his girlfriend.
Yeah, his girlfriend was
very unsupportive.
Yeah, she was very
aggressive. Like, who talks to people like that? Calm down.
She works for some government official, and you could tell that she was starting to side more and more with the government official and less with Nathan. It does seem like Nathan's been on this quest of going back and forth between Oblivion and the real world, I guess you could say, trying to bring people back and forth, and the whole time he's looking for his brother. Yeah, I really enjoyed the whole pacing of the story. I love the whole context of the story of there being these two worlds with monsters and death, and then coming back to here. And he was kept on like saving people and bringing them back, and they had basically PTSD and how they were dealing with it. And he meets a couple, the Crenshaws, and it's kind of like put in his head like maybe they don't want to come back. Maybe they've been over there for so long. Because I think it's been 3 years. 10 years. 10 years. That's right. Maybe they don't want to come back. Maybe they are more accustomed to that now, and coming back would be too hard for them. The only thing I can say negatively about this book is this type of story seemed like it's been told before.
Yes.
I can't pinpoint the story of why it feels like that or what story I can match it to, but this definitely felt like it's kind of like, all right, here's a cookie. And here's another cookie that's kind of like it, but with different frosting. Or different
cookies, though.
Or different ingredients. Right. You still love cookies. You still enjoy the story. It just felt like something I've read before.
It is very similar to a lot of other things I've seen. It does kind of remind me of Rick and Morty, which Bruce has never watched.
Nope.
But that is... Rick is a genius, and he's able to... travel between different dimensions. And there's many different worlds. There's many different Ricks. Like, he knows that there are like 17 million universes, and there's a Rick in each one of them.
Right.
And like it's kind of like this, where you go to like a different world, and this is the world full of disgusting aliens that will eat your face, and
alien eating faces. But another thing I really enjoyed was that there was little mysteries that were like, you know, in front of you, like that came up every once in a while. A little bit like, here's one. Oh, that's pretty interesting. What is that character doing? Oh, the no-face men? Who are they?
Yeah.
Who is this Ed character? Oh, Ed is his brother, but what's he doing?
Well, they do a good job at that too with this other character named Duncan, who was somebody that Nathan had saved. He went back, saved him, and Duncan's girlfriend works with Nathan. And, you know, 2 years had passed before she knew anything about Duncan. He was missing for 2 years. She had moved, or maybe more than 2 years, but she had moved on. She was dating someone else for 2 years. And then Duncan comes back, and she's like, oh, well, he's my husband. So I have to stay with, you know, Duncan, the guy who was missing for 2 years. So she leaves the boyfriend and stays with her husband. But he's got so much PTSD and so much going on, and, like, just keeps, like, snapping out of reality and, like, snapping at her and acting like a crazy person. And she's so torn because she was, like, in love with the one guy that was her boyfriend while her husband was missing. Now her husband's back. She's trying to help him, but nothing seems to help. They do like a bunch of like pasta fazool, a bunch of different like backstory. I'm very Italian when it comes to my storytelling. They do a bunch of backstories like that, like little tiny stories that they throw in there that are tied in with everything else that make it like more interesting, because it's not just like, oh, that's cool that this thing happened and all these people are living in this weird interdimensional world of monsters, but like then it's like, oh, how has it actually affected people? Things you wouldn't think of, like, oh, you just come back and you're like, thank God I'm back, but like the things you lived through, the things you saw.
It gives everything weight and gives everything meaning. It's not just there and it's like, oh, there's a fact. It's like, you know, these characters, you know, like I said, they give the story weight and make you want to care about this world and these characters, which I think is very important in comic books. That doesn't always happen, especially in superhero comic books. But yeah, overall, I definitely would give this 8 out of 10, I think.
I agree. It's up there. It's really well written, like I say all the time, but it is. It's just a good read. It's like Bruce said, it's well paced, it's easy to follow. I finished it really quickly for the thickness of the book.
And for 6 issues of a comic book, I finished this in like maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 hours, probably under that. You fly through it. It's a really quick read.
And it's not confusing, like I said, which is big for me because when I read Mr. Miracle, it was confusing as shit, and I kept having to go back, and I'm like, what is this? What does this mean? Am I stupid? Have I forgotten how to read?
Would you consider picking up more trades of this to finish the story?
Oh, heck yes. I want to know what's going on. Absolutely.
Heck yes,
Heck
she
yes.
says.
I'll say shit, but not hell, apparently. Heck yes.
Heck yes.
Heck yes. I want to know what's going on. Absolutely. Find it right now. I want more.
Awesome. Great, so that means we'll be picking up the rest of the trades and reading the rest of the story. So, you know, maybe there'll be a new segment on this channel dealing with trade paperbacks.
I'm going to learn to play the violin because
Ooh.
I feel like Oblivion's song would be played on the violin.
I can see that.
And then while we are reviewing things, I'll be like...
Ooh, beautiful. Well, guys, that is the end of this review. But it's not the end of this video because, guys, like I said at the beginning, we are giving this away. So I hope you stayed around to the end of this video. It's an easy giveaway to enter. All you have to do is leave a comment down below and be subscribed. 2 simple things.
Amazing. And then we'll send it to you. And then you can read it and put your name in and then do the same thing.
So we will leave this open for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. So guys, I will post on social media, let you guys know how to enter this. But yeah. The only thing we ask, you're going to sign this, all you need to do is read it, review it of some kind.
You don't have to do your own YouTube video.
No YouTube video. Just write a short little excerpt on your Instagram, your Twitter or something, and give it away to someone else who will do the same. We want to keep this going in the comic book community. We want to get tons and tons of signatures, front, back. Let's cover this book and signatures and get more comics read because that is what we're trying to do.
And then you'll have my autograph and it'll be worth money one day.
Money, because we're gonna be famous. Oh, she says I'm famous. I say we famous. We know where this is. Or where I land.
Take you with me, baby.
Oh, thanks, babe. But yeah, Oblivion song, definitely a must pick up. This was a really excellent read. Stay tuned for more in the future. But guys, we're back. And I feel great.
I feel mostly great.
We
Not
feel
100%, but I'm there. I'm getting there, guys.
We're amazing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys know what to do. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're not, what are you doing if you're not?
Come on, get it together.
Hit that bell to make sure you guys are notified when we upload new videos. And just smash that like button. Do it before you leave. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Peace to the east.
Peace in the Middle East.